So let's spin it ahead. Now, you're looking at the current Sun squad. Are you surprised at all at how fast they got so good when they brought on CP3 and Monty Williams in that crew?
No, I wasn't surprised at all. Because Chris Paul, I knew the problem in Phoenix wasn't a talent issue. They'd had talent, right? But they didn't have, which ironically, go back to our era, it was the same thing. I just told you, Amari, who was a first-team All-NBA player, Shawn Marion, who's a multiple-time All-Star, Leandro Barbosa, who's Sixth Man of the Year, all those dudes with that coaching staff were there. And the team won 30 games.
30 games.
And you put a guy who's a culture setter like Steve Nash or Chris Paul, and everything falls into place. Did he make Devin Booker great? No, Devin Booker was a great player. But he made it so that, like, if we're gonna do this, no one's gonna, like, I don't feel like doing that.
Yep.
You know, on bad teams, it's easy for people to be like, all right, we'll do it as long as we win it. As soon as we start losing, all right, cool, I tried it your way. It didn't work. You had Chris Paul in there, and because he had a relationship with Monty, too, you know that they're on the same page. So everybody else falls in line. So this great? Yeah, I didn't think they'd be this great. I said this on the air on Levitar Show the other day. It's the greatest Suns team of all time. It's better than our teams. It's better than Charles and them.
And what's crazy is, yes, but not the talent, though.
Not the talent, but the play.
Yeah, but the play.
They play it better than any other Suns team ever. They should win a championship, but that's not how the world works.
It was so funny. They should win. What's so funny is
they should have won.
They should
have won.
Should have won it. They should.
I thought the Bucks weren't going to win a game. Where's the I thought the Bucks weren't going to win a game. I was like, it's done. They're going to get swept.
They're too disciplined. Chris Paul is too disciplined. Like, when you're playing against him, you got to understand, as a team itself, they're going to have 5 to 10 turnovers.
Right. As a team, not
team,
a player.
That is hard to beat when you know you're talking about 86 to 96 possessions, and they're going to only turn the ball over 5 to 10 times. That is a hard team to beat. And you know you're going to get a great shot every single time down. You can't make them. You got to have a perfect game against somebody like that.
So that, when we lost to San Antonio years ago, all those years, that's what it was. We were better than them. We were more talented, but we used to say, if it's 100 possessions, even if we make 4 mistakes, they're going to make 3. And that one is going to be the one that costs us. The year when we lost in the first round, we lost 4-1 to them. This is the one where we had Shaq. Game 1 was an overtime game, double overtime game, where Tim Duncan hit his only 3 of the year. I'll never forget it. They ran pick and pop, and Roger was locking and trailing over, and Shaq dipped back to help, and they swung it back to Timmy, and he's wide open, and we're like, oh my God, and I'm like, wait, it's Tim Duncan, he don't shoot threes. And he shot a 3, and he fist bumped, and I saw the look in his eyes, and I swear to God, I was like, yeah, we ain't winning this series. This series, that was game 1. I was like, we're not winning this series. If this dude's doing this, same thing they had, like, to go to overtime. Mike Finley came off a curl where it was LB guarding him, and Stat was guarding the big, and LB and Stat together on a defensive assignment. It was just not gonna work. They hit that shot, and then game 2, same thing. It came down to the wire. Game 3, they blew us out. Game 4, we won. Game 4, we blew them out, and then game 5, we messed up an inbound at the end. And I'll never get Steve said, like, the little things.
It's the little things.
It's not like, oh, they're so unguardable. It's the little things. We played 5 games against them. We blew them out once. They blew us out once. The other 3 games were just mistakes.
People don't understand that when you're talking about playoff basketball, stop looking at the record. That record means nothing. It's who is disciplined.
Dog.
Like, who is disciplined, because that's what it's going to take. Who can adjust well, and who can, like, just think about the finer things, like those little things that count. That's all that matters. The hustle back, the 50-50 plays, you turn the ball over. That's the only thing that matters in the playoffs.
Got a couple more for you, Amin. So obviously you're friends with Steve Kerr. You guys work together. When you look at this Warrior squad this year, you had to put your money on one team, the Warriors or the Suns that come out of the West. Who you think?
Earlier this year, I was saying Warriors. I think I'm leaning more Suns now, but I got to keep reminding myself Draymond's not playing. And everything that's happened to Golden State, this is for all the people like, oh, he averages a triple single. You see the impact there. And it's not just defensively, it's him playmaking, him telling people where to go. It's one of my favorite things watching them is Draymond got the ball, passes it, and then he shoves the shit out of somebody because they're in the wrong place. You don't understand. When Steph passes the ball, he's not passing the ball like because it's your turn. He's passing the ball because he's going to relocate. And you standing there is right where he's supposed to be, so you need to get the hell out of there. I don't want to be prisoner of the moment and say, oh, I think Suns, because I think with Draymond, it changes the math there, and we haven't even seen what Wiseman's going to do for them. The one thing I will give, even when Draymond comes back, is I look at that Suns roster, and now you got the vets are vets, and then the young guys have had their taste of deep playoff action, right? I look at the Warriors, like, okay, Steph, Clay, Draymond, cool.
That's all we think about.
Now it's like, okay, Poole, Wiggins, Toscano Anderson, Peyton. And these are guys who are all rotation guys with Kuminga. What have they done? They played well, but what have they done that's been that, what we were talking about, that mistake-free basketball where every possession matters, where we're going to be on your ass on every possession? They haven't had it yet. Now, is it possible that they'll learn on the fly? Sure. But I always like, when you ask me between two teams that are very close, I always lean towards the ones that have been through that war because they know what it's like. They know what the value of a possession. And I don't know if those young guys, like, I don't know if Jordan Poole knows it yet. You might think he knows it until you get in that situation.